Yo, peeps, ever heard of a liver going on strike? Sounds weird, right? Well, it's no joke. Our liver is like the body's very own superhero, filtering out all the junk we put in it. But sometimes it gets tired and needs some serious TLC. Enter NASH, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, the silent party pooper that can mess with your liver big time. Think of your liver as a super efficient detox plant working overtime to keep your body in tip-top shape. But when too much fat builds up in the liver, it's like throwing a wrench in the works. This fat overload can lead to inflammation and scarring, which is what we call NASH. Now you might be wondering, why should I even care about my liver? Well, my friend, this vital organ is responsible for over 500 essential functions. From digesting food to fighting off infections, your liver is one hardworking organ. So when it cries out for help, you better listen up. So, what exactly is NASH, you ask? In simple terms, it's like your liver is throwing a temper tantrum because it's tired of being fed too much junk food and sugary drinks. This overindulgence can lead to a buildup of fat in the liver, causing it to get inflamed and eventually scarred. Imagine your liver as a sponge. A healthy liver is like a brand new sponge, full of bounce and ready to absorb all the good stuff. But with NASH, the sponge becomes stiff and hardened, making it difficult for it to do its job properly. NASH is a sneaky condition, often showing no symptoms until it's in its later stages. That's why it's often called a silent killer. But don't worry, my friend, knowledge is power. By understanding NASH, you can take steps to protect your liver and keep it healthy. Diagnosing NASH can be a bit like solving a mystery. It often doesn't show any obvious signs in its early stages. So doctors have to play detective to catch it early. One of the first clues is often found through a blood test. Elevated liver enzymes like AST and ALT can be a red flag, indicating that something might be amiss. Another tool in the detective's kit is imaging tests such as an ultrasound, Connecticut scan, or MRI. These tests can provide a sneak peek inside your body, allowing doctors to visualize your liver and check for any signs of fat accumulation or damage. Sometimes a liver biopsy might be necessary to confirm the diagnosis. This involves taking a small sample of liver tissue and examining it under a microscope. While it might sound a bit intimidating, it's the gold standard for diagnosing NASH and determining the severity of the condition.
Section 4. Red flags and warning signs. Symptoms of NASH.
NASH is a master of disguise, often lurking silently in the shadows without causing any noticeable symptoms in its early stages.
However, as the condition progresses, it can start waving some red flags, signaling that something is amiss with your liver.
One of the most common symptoms is fatigue, that feeling of being constantly tired and drained, even after a good night's sleep.
You might also experience pain or discomfort in the upper right abdomen, where your liver resides.
As NASH progresses, it can lead to more serious complications such as jaundice, yellowing of the skin and eyes, fluid buildup in the abdomen known as ascites, and even liver failure.
Section 5. NASH, a growing concern.
NASH is becoming more common than a fly at a picnic, and that's no laughing matter.
In fact, it's estimated that about 3% to 12% of adults in the United States have NASH, and those numbers are on the rise.
Why the surge in cases?
Well, it's no secret that our modern lifestyles are a recipe for disaster when it comes to liver health.
The typical Western diet, loaded with processed foods, sugary drinks, and unhealthy fats, is a major culprit.
But it's not just about what we eat. It's also about how we move, or don't move. Lack of physical activity and sedentary lifestyles are like adding fuel to the fire, contributing to obesity and increasing the risk of developing NASH.